Hi, this is Scott Jordan. This is my daily blog post for what is it? Wednesday, September 24th. I have a special blog post today. I'm interviewing and being interviewed by John Nemo. John writes for My Mac magazine and did a fantastic review of our travel vest. John has a lengthier last name, but prefers to go by Nemo. But I'm gonna introduce John, and it's gonna be a free flow conversation. I'm going to put a link up to his review, which was a fantastic review, really well written. There's lots of great content on mymac.com, and I encourage everyone to check it out. John, how are you?
Good morning, Scott. The last name is pronounced Nemirovsky, but everybody just calls me Nemo. So I'm delighted to be here with you.
Well, I notice you're very prolific, and you write a lot of great articles on your website. Tell me a little bit about your website. Is it only related to Macintosh and Apple matters, or do you go beyond that? Obviously, you do a little bit because you did a review on the SCOTTeVEST line.
My Mac magazine, mymac.com, and the My Mac podcast is the longest running and most well-established original content site on the Mac web or the Mac internet. We don't do exclusively Mac, but that is our name and that's our primary focus. But anything having to do with technology, consumer technology, any way that it would relate to the Macintosh.
And you were introduced to SCOTTeVEST through Sam.
That's right. Sam Levin, Cool Mac Tips. He did a contest and a promo on our My Mac podcast, and it turns out that David Cohen, another one of our contributors to the podcast, one of our writers, already was one of your customers. And so we arranged for Gil Polson to review the Essentials jacket. And that is actually one of the most interesting and most well-written articles ever on mymac.com, our website. I urge all of our viewers, listeners, and readers to read Gil's review of the Essentials jacket, and then I followed up with the review of the travel vest.
Well, will you flip me an email of Gil's review, and I'll include both links in this podcast so people can check it out. What were your impressions when you were first introduced to when I sent the travel vest, which you're wearing? And I got to tell you, you're wearing the Red Rock, and that color really is hard to read on the web. It's like a burnt orange red, and Red Rock was just a name we came up with. Tell me a little bit about your initial impressions and how you've utilized the SCOTTeVEST since you got it.
Well, it is a great color. I just happen to have a catalog here, the 2008 Gear Management Clothing Catalog for SCOTTeVEST. And when you look in the catalog, or if you look on the website, you see that the vest, like a lot of the garments, come in 3 different colors. And I'm a really colorful character. So for me, black would have been okay, the tan would have been so-so. So the red just spoke to me, and everybody looks at it and they say, this is a terrific color, Nemo. Where do I get one? How much does it cost? As far as my impressions are concerned, for $100, this is the most practical, most useful, most utilitarian item of clothing I've ever used. I'm an old Boy Scout, an old backpacker, an old camper, and now and a photographer. And now this is a garment that it's going to be glued to me at the Macworld Expo at Moscone Center. When I was in San Francisco over the summertime, people got really sick of seeing me in this vest because it was all I wore the entire time I was in San Francisco, wherever I went, and they got really bored with me raving about it and praising it. That's how much I love this vest. I can't live without it. Now that I'm back in southern Arizona, by the time we're done with our conversation, I'm going to be sweating bullets, and I'll have to take it off because it's going to be 100 degrees here today, but I have to wear this vest as often as I can. And when it really cools off, I'll be wearing it to all of my clients.
You're freezing up there for a moment. Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay. Tell me, what do you typically carry in your SCOTTeVEST?
Well, as I wrote in my article, I've got my digital camera, I've got my phone, I've got 1 or 2 iPods, several sets of headphones, a water bottle, a hat, a little poopy bag for our doggy, a set of keys, some money, pad of paper. I haven't yet put my laptop inside the massive pocket in the back, but when I go through security the next time I travel, I'm going to see if I can sneak it through and see what happens.
That would be interesting. I actually don't recommend that people, actually wear it with their laptop. It's not that it can't accommodate it. It's just laptops are pretty heavy, and you don't want to have to sit down and lean up against it. But it sounds like you're utilizing it as I had intended when I designed it, years ago in this particular iteration, which is the best thing that I've come up with to date. I'm really excited about it. And it does help you speed through airport security quite a bit. With or without the laptop, I would say.
Can we talk a little bit about the new pockets?
Yeah, yeah. Okay? I want to mention, because a lot of people don't know that looks like an old version of an iPod there.
Yeah.
Um,
This is my old iPod, and I can still use it in the new pocket. Explain how it works with the new touch.
Well, we have a clear touch fabric, and we had scoured all the fabric mills to find something that works, that enables you to see. You can see through it. Unfortunately, the resolution of Skype is not able to provide a real clear view of it, but you can control right through the fabric any of your devices and see who's calling, without taking it out. I mean, you're going to be tempted to take it out at first, but then you realize you can actually, do anything you could do typing. And it wasn't easy to find this fabric. It was really quite hard, because it's got to be washable. It can't yellow and everything else. We're introducing this slowly throughout all our products, and the travel vest in particular. We haven't quite introduced it through every variation of it. We're hoping to be able to announce that every travel vest moving forward has that fairly soon. So for those of you who are interested enough to check on our blog, and you order a travel vest, please specify in the comment section you want the clear touch. It is not advertised as having it. I can tell you, though, that what I'm wearing here is the Fleece 5.0, and it does have the clear touch, in addition to a number of new features that we've introduced, including these ergonomic zipper pulls. It seems simple, but it really is it makes it really comfortable to unzip here. So, I was wondering, we're kind of wrapping up here. We're coming to the end of the interview. I have a couple of minutes left. What are your thoughts on the iPhone? Because if you've been watching some of my blog posts, I've had a number of issues with the iPhone. I'm wondering if that's been your experience as well, and your readers.
I'm not an iPhone user, but a lot of our staff on mymac.com are using the iPhone, and we are hearing some issues. And I tell people who are on the fence about the iPhone, if you need an iPhone today, get an iPhone and kind of roll with it. Otherwise, I would say wait until after Macworld Expo, because if they don't have that really fixed completely by after Macworld Expo, Apple's going to get a lot of heat about that.
Well, isn't that frustrating to you? Why do you need Macworld Expo to get the product right? I mean, that's asinine to me. I mean, for a company that has the most recognized brand name, for them to introduce this product and then use this artificial, by Macworld Expo we'll get it right. I don't know. I wish that, I don't know. I'm glad that I don't have that similar philosophy in running my company. I admire Apple for doing things right for so long, presumably to allow people to have the loyalty to put up with that. So.
Well, it's great talking with you, Scott. We look forward to reviewing and using your products at MyMac. And John Nemo personally recommends the vest. Gil recommends the jacket, and I can't wait to get my hands and eyes on the new signature series, the fleece, and the jacket that goes with it.
The Quantum jacket. Thanks again, John. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, and let us know how Macworld goes. I'm sorry about my little off-topic rant there on the iPhone. I will talk to you later. Thanks a lot. This is Scott signing off, saying if you can't take it with you, you probably don't have a SCOTTeVEST, so get yourself a SCOTTeVEST. Bye-bye.